Welcome back. The time is 6:49. Taking a look out over Billings from the First Interstate Bank iCam on this Tuesday morning. We've gotten so used to the rain and the clouds, but sounds like we have a promise of some sunshine later in the day. I'll have all the details in his forecast in just a few minutes as soon as we get through news. For our top story this Tuesday, we go to Ohio, where extreme weather continues to make its way north and east. CBS's Laura Podesta is following the path of the storm and shows us the trail of destruction it's left behind.
You can hear the warning sirens near Dayton, Ohio. Overnight, a large and dangerous tornado hit about 8 miles away near the town of Trotwood, according to the National Weather Service. Trees were uprooted, power lines knocked down, and entire homes destroyed. Crews are using snowplows to try to clear debris off highways. It's difficult work in pitch black darkness.
I'm laying there shaking. My head's up against the wall and the wall's shaking back and forth. There's wind from the tornadoes pushing through up through the vent into my face, and I'm freaking out sitting there. It lasts about, I'd say, 10 to 15 seconds, scariest 15 seconds of my life.
Towns throughout central Indiana were also heavily damaged by storms. This street looks like a jungle as crews hacked their way through a mess of branches to clear the road.
It's come all the way up into the street over the last 4 hours.
In Oklahoma, entire neighborhoods remain underwater, with major roads shut down as rivers continue to rise. Near Tulsa, the roaring Arkansas River has been putting immense pressure on levees.
They say if you walk across these bridges, you can just feel the current pushing the bridge.
Those in the heartland who are hoping for a break from the severe weather are unfortunately not going to get one. More storms are in the forecast for later this week. Laura Podesta, CBS News.
The National Weather Service says there are more than 70,000 power outages across the state of Ohio, affecting more than 5 million people. Closer to home, Montana has been granted a presidential disaster declaration for spring flooding by FEMA. The declaration covers 8 counties, including Park, Powder River, Stillwater, and Treasure counties. FEMA's approval will mean extra funding for more than $2.2 million in damages from flooding earlier this spring. And flooding continues to be a problem in areas like Roundup, a familiar scene this week as high water creeps close to the Busy Bee Cafe. Owner Mark Petrie tells Q2 the restaurant is open. The water is not threatening the business, but merely filling the back parking lot, as he says it does during heavy rains. Now we go to the west of us, where for the second time in 2 years, the north central Montana town of Augusta is flooded. MTM's Jonathan Ambarian reports on how the community is responding.
On Monday afternoon, Augusta's Main Street was still full of water. The town once again faced serious flooding, less than a year after another major flood caused damage and delayed the Augusta Rodeo. Authorities closed both Highway 287 and Highway 21, along with several smaller roads. Lewis and Clark County Sheriff's deputies say floodwaters damaged a bridge on Highway 21 about a mile down from a bridge that washed out in last year's flooding. Authorities cautioned residents in about half a dozen nearby homes to evacuate. Sheriff Leo Dutton asked the public to respect the road closures and never try to drive through floodwaters.
Please just don't go around it and decide that you're going to try to make it anyway. You will get swept off the road here, so we are going to have to start issuing citations.
All along Main Street in Augusta, you can find businesses with sandbags set up to help keep the water out. They're asking people to avoid driving down Main Street because the wakes they create can push the water over the top of the bags. At the Western Bar, owner Candy Schulz said they began putting up sandbags Sunday afternoon, and that made a big difference.
We've got a little water in the basement, but nothing compared to last year. Before it came down Main Street, we were able to contain it and make sure that things were much better in the bar and much more contained.
Volunteers filled hundreds of sandbags at the Augusta Fire Station on Sunday.
We have little ones like this out here, and we had a lot of high school kids out there yesterday sandbagging.
Some in town are making the best of the situation. The Western Bar started holding duck races down Main Street, with the proceeds going toward the Augusta Area Chamber of Commerce to pay for sand and sandbags.
We're just trying to give back to the community, and so we thought what better than to have a little fun and have some duck races and make some money and to go back to the chamber.
Dutton said authorities will reassess what needs to be done on Tuesday. He asked the public to be patient.
The water started to recess just a little bit. but we'll keep a monitor on it and see what we need to do.
In Augusta, Jonathan Amberian, MTN News.
And in other news, back here in Billings, Family Service is on the move this week, but before they can enjoy their new location, they have a lot of moving and prepping to do. The organization offers a variety of assistance, from food boxes to rent assistance, low to no cost clothing, and much more. Things were getting cramped in their old 17,000 square foot facility and are more than ready to settle into their new 57,000 square foot location. During the big move, client services are on hold until June 6th, then drop-off services will start again on June 10th. Their big grand opening is June 14th. Executive Director Stacy Brown says getting ready for a new store is almost like getting ready for a new baby.
Getting ready for this building is like giving birth all over again to Family Service. This is going to be our home forever. It's been a long time coming. We've talked about it for years, and now it's actually coming to fruition, and we're excited. We're so thankful to the community especially.
And with that, we're very excited to announce Montana This Morning is teaming up with Family Service to put on a baby shower. Unlike our first Family Service drive a few years ago, we're venturing outside of the diapers and accepting all things baby. So on Thursday, June 6th, stop by the new Family Service location with new and gently used baby items to pass on to the next family. We'll be there with a live Montana This Morning broadcast starting at 5:30 and going through 9 a.m. The items will go to local families that need a little extra help getting ready for their new little one. Everything from blankets to toys, clothes, and diapers will be accepted. So stop by and say hi, and you can even get a tour of the new facility with your donation. We really hope to see you there. I know I really have a lot of stuff in my garage that I can go through that I'll be taking to Family Service next week. I'm pretty excited about this, Ed.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And, you know, it's been a long time since the kids were infants. Still, you know, those diapers and all those sorts of things help out quite a bit as well. So whatever you got, we'll take it and accept it.
Exactly. Being a new parent is stressful, but and even a little bit helps. So that's what we're hoping to help out with here.
That's right. And a lot of the people who benefit from that are working moms, and it's a tough situation, working families. Temperatures into the